during this time, where have you been spending, this pandemic? Are you back at home in Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Jupiter, Florida. I've been here since the season got canceled. So since like March 12th, I think, around there.
Wow.
Our coach basically kicked us off campus, said, "You can't be here anymore, go home." So
what was that like? I want to get into a bunch of other stuff, but I mean, we've talked about the stoppage on the major league side, but for the college, and I mean, going into what was going to be a big year for you, watching everything slowly and then definitively stop. I mean, what was that process for you?
Yeah, it was tough. I remember we were headed back from University of Louisiana Monroe. We played a 2-game series over there, and we were watching it on TV, how they were talking about, how this whole virus might cancel sports and everything. We didn't think much of it, and then the next day we had practice. We were lifting after practice normal, getting ready for LSU, and we had a random team meeting right after we lifted, and so got in there. The vibes were very low. You could tell something was wrong, and coach came in and said the College World Series is canceled, and the whole season's probably going to get canceled. And so, it was so many different emotions were going through our heads.
We've all discussed, this is the first time a lot of us have been actually at home with our families. You look at a decade, because baseball almost goes year round at this point. What are some of the things you've gotten to take advantage of being back at home with everybody?
Well, the first thing is home-cooked meals. Definitely have been, trying to get as many of those as possible. You miss those when you're at school. Just overall, just spending time with them, going to the beach, just hanging around the house with them, especially my sisters, because I have 2 sisters and we're all spread out, in Florida. My sister goes to school in Alabama, and obviously me at Ole Miss. Just spending time with them. I don't get to see them too often, and when I do see them, it's for a short amount of time. But yeah, just trying to enjoy every moment.
So what have been some of the ways that you guys have been staying active and, I mean, getting ready? Because, again, even though the college season was done, you already discussed the fact that your draft advisor was kind of keeping your eyes focused forward. You talked about that relationship with Hudson Haskin, which I thought is awesome. And that speaks to how big and small of a world baseball really is. But how have you guys been staying engaged?
Just working out every day. Gyms have opened up, I think about 2 to 3 weeks ago. So I've been able to do that, been able to go to the field. Got a bunch of buddies down here that all play baseball. So we all just get out there, go throw, run, take ground balls, hit BP. And we're just starting to do some live at-bats. So that's been nice, being able to see a live arm. But basically, I've been able to do everything I can, everything to keep me in shape. So it's been fun.
And of course, for those who are watching and may not know, following in the footsteps of your grandfather, Kurt, who also played for the Orioles. I love that you said you kind of want to do better than him, but you look at a Rookie of the Year and a World Series ring. That's a big step up there, and not doubting you at all with it. And I know he passed when you were young, but you said you have had family who stepped up and has shared, some of his stories. Is there one in particular that's your favorite or that's always stood out to you?
Yeah. So after every game, Kurt would stay back and sign every single autograph until there was no fans left. And I thought that was pretty cool because, sometimes you go to the games and, people don't really sign that much, or they sign a little bit and not a ton. But I thought that was super cool that, he stayed way after the game was over and would make sure every single person got an autograph.
And I want to ask you about a special fan, Lily, who seems to be very close to your heart. Tell us about that relationship.
Yeah, so my freshman year, I met Lily one day after a game, and her mom came up to me and was like, "Hey, like I'm so-and-so. This is my daughter Lily. She's your biggest fan. She loves you and all this stuff." And ever since then, our relationship has grown. She had leukemia at the time when I met her, and so she was believe she was 2 years old, 2 or 3. And so, it was tough for her, but you couldn't even tell. She's a strong little girl, and she's an inspiration, and, I love her to death. And our relationship has grown ever since. So
you can see her just light up in every photo that she gets to stand next to you. So I guess we have to make some plans to get her on the road to see you now that you're with your new club.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to make that happen.
Everybody who has basically seen you thinks that, the hair has and is always the persona, but you actually had very shortcut dark hair until this year. And you said it's about a 15-year tradition. The Ole Miss shortstop goes with the bleach blonde flow. Your mom loves it now, more out of superstition, it seems. But what happened when that initially changed?
So I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I knew I had to dye it blonde. I didn't know if I wanted to keep it short or just grow my hair out and just let it ride, And so I asked my mom about it. She's like, I love your long hair. And like, my hair's curly, or it was curly when it was black. Now it's not. But she's like, I love the curls. Just keep it long and dye it. And I was like, okay. So I did it. The first time I dyed it, my hair was orange. So I had to go back and I had to get that fixed. And they bleached it, and, it turned out white almost. But everyone in Oxford, or for the most part, a good amount of people in Oxford liked it. My teammates were iffy about it. But my friends back home here who don't understand what was going on, they did not like it. They called me a few names, to say the least. But no, I don't know. I like it. It's growing on me for sure.
And I know too, with the pandemic right now, the whole, do I do the at-home haircut and the at-home dye job? Have you done that yet, or are we just kind of letting it go until you can see someone professional?
Definitely don't trust anyone in my house with clippers. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer probably, and then go get it professionally done.
All right. Well, we're about it. And I mean, it's like you said, you came in and the numbers went up, so you can't mess with it. Would you consider yourself superstitious outside of that?
Definitely. I feel like every single person who plays baseball is superstitious. I have just so many different ones, and maybe it's a routine, maybe it's just, silly superstitions, but I don't know.
So what else has been going on while you've been at home? I mean, outside of keeping your mind on baseball right now, is there anything that you're binging on Netflix? Are there any video games that you're getting into right now?
I'm a huge Fortnite guy, so I've been playing Fortnite for a very long time. Okay. I love doing that. Let's see. I watched Outer Banks on Netflix. I thought that was a pretty good show. But for the most part, I just try to watch movies and just hang out, do a little bit of fishing here and there. Go to the beach. Beaches are finally open. They closed the beaches down here for too long, and been able to do that. But yeah, just trying to keep myself busy.
Now, have you experimented with anything new? We've had some guys who've tried cooking for the first time, or learning to play the guitar. Is there anything for you?
Yeah, I picked up surfing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
that's a little more technical.
So I'm gonna try to make this a short story. My sister won a surfboard in a beach volleyball tournament like 10 years ago.
Okay.
As a trophy, and it's just been in our garage for ever since she won it. And I was like, what the heck, let's try to put this to use. So I went to the store, got some wax, got a pad for it, and just paddled out. And I failed a lot of times in the beginning. It was hard, but I eventually got up and been surfing a little bit here and there, and it's been super fun.
So did you watch any videos before that, or did you try to get any? You just went out and you were like, I'll figure it out on my own.
Yep. Basically, and after a few tries, I finally got up. But it's kind of hard because the biggest wave down here in Jupiter is probably like 3 feet.
Yeah, so I didn't think Jupiter has had big waves.
No, they don't. So I guess I got lucky. There was a swell that came in, and I don't know, just good timing. But no, it's been fun.
So when that moment came, and it's different this year, you know, you usually get to have a big watch party and everybody waits for your name to get called, but everybody kind of had a quiet at-home gathering. What was going through your mind? I know that they had started to talk to you, said in the second round, but when that moment finally came.
It was surreal. You know, to me, it still really doesn't feel real yet. I mean, just hearing my name be called on the TV like that, it's been a lifelong dream for me. And, you know, it was crazy, especially, you know, with it being the Orioles and, you know, the history of it all. It was just something special.
Is there anything else you want to leave the fans with before we let you go today?
I just want to, you know, let them know I'm super excited about this opportunity and to be able to play in front of all you guys and interact with you guys. And, you know, I can't wait to put on the Orioles jersey and, you know, make my way up the system and, you know, win a World Series.
I love it. I love it. Already keeping those eyes on the ring. Well, Anthony, we'll let you go. You can go caffeinate and give your hand at surfing again there. We'll have to do some video of that for sure.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
I love it. Well, Anthony, thanks for joining us again. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.